Hello, welcome back to Healing Rehab. On this day, January 1st, 2023. How's everyone doing? We're in the Gregorian calendar, and I wish you all a happy new year. In my faith, we celebrate the new year during the springtime. That's when everything is alive. We go by the Enoch calendar. But for those of you who are on the Gregorian, I am wishing you and your family a prosperous season of hope and miracles and abundance. So thank you for tuning in today. We're here on episode 2 of the Level Up Chronicles. And today we're going to talk about discovering our purpose. So, a part of leveling up is understanding what you were placed on this earth to accomplish, okay? Some of you might be asking, but I'm fighting with that decision because I really don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, that's a fair enough answer or response. Let me help you to walk into that path because I know many of you are working in jobs that you're not comfortable with, that you feel empty at the end of that 8-hour shift or 16-hour shift, and you feel that you're just emptying yourself out, but you're not building a legacy for you and your loved ones to follow, right? To leave an inheritance. And so I remember in 2021, I had an epiphany. I remember walking with my sister, living abroad, and we were handling some governmental affairs concerning our residential visas, getting those renewed. And as we were walking in the desert, coming from that particular building, I felt heaviness in my soul. And I was on this journey leading up to this particular episode I'm about to tell you about. And I felt overwhelmed. And I looked at my sister while we were walking, and I said, when you are living and you're not walking in your full purpose on what you were created to produce in this lifetime, it's just like you're a dead person because you have no fruits of producing anything tangible, manifesting those gifts that you have to give out to the world or your community or your personal space, whatever it is. And so I understood in that moment how frustrating it is, or how frustrating I was at that point, but how frustrating it is for many of you who are listening to this recording right now. And I was so burdened. And I said to myself, I need to take a week off from work to just fast and pray, or to just lock in and just meditate. And I need to discover what my purpose is, because I can't keep going from year to year, whether in the Gregorian or the Enoch calendar, just feeling empty and wasted and not being able to operate in my full potential. I I had it. I was like a walking dead at this point. See, when you're not walking in purpose, it's like you feel like you're just going through this life without knowing who you are or what your function is. And you have so much inside of you and you don't know where to begin. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little tongue tied here. And so I took that week off and I connected with myself because I felt so dead inside. And I began to speak to my Creator, the Most High, and I said to him, I can't continue on with this. What is my purpose? What have you called me on this earth to do? What am I supposed to be doing? What is the business that you're giving me to create generational wealth? What is it? At that point, I began to create my vision board of the things that I wanted to do in my life. At that point, I was still a little bit confused, or I did not get full clarity of what I should be doing. Here's the thing. I knew years ago that I was created to be a healer, to heal through motivation, inspiration, uplifting, life coaching, what I do, and through natural healing in terms of wellness, using the natural resources of this earth, like plants, to heal the physical body. And so I knew, but my purpose escaped me through all of the tumultuous experiences and trauma that I've gone through in life. It cost me to put it on the back burner or to forget about what my purpose for living is, the breath I breathe, what the Almighty placed in me to do. So you see, sometimes trauma, disappointments, repeated challenges can actually knock the wind out of us. That's called life. And because of it, we lose hope. There's the scripture that says, hope deferred makes the heart sick, right? And so a lot of us, our hearts have been sick because our hope has been deferred. But we have to pull ourselves out of that funk. And this is a part of the leveling up because we're not allowing generational curses, evil altars, any type of spell work hinder us from walking into our most high ordained purpose on this earth. Okay? So we're leveling up and we're going full force. And so, how do we begin this journey of discovering our purpose? How did I do it? Well, I told you I took that week off and it helped me to come into some inner healing and peace. And I went back to work I had to do what I had to do because sometimes we have to build on the side. As I was building, there was still some feelings of rejection. Well, what if I do it and I fail again? What if it doesn't work out again and then it breaks my heart again and then I feel rejected and I lose my hope again? So, in those moments of thoughts of my failed experiences, I've had to disconnect myself from would have, could have, should have, and try to build a new faith inside of me by speaking affirmations. No, it's going to work this time. I'm going to try. It has to work out. I'm determined. I'm not going to be poor like the rest of my family. I'm not going to stay in this box. I'm not going to be working that 9 to 5 job or earlier to later. I'm not going to be in this position when I retired. It's like you're living off of pennies. And so even though I went back to work, in the back of my mind, when I took that 1 week vacation to focus on me and to invest in myself, building my vision board and speaking with my creator, seeking him as to what my purpose is, to help me discover it, to confirm to me. And so we went into 2022. And boy, that was a challenging year. I started to do my business, and then that didn't go through as planned. And so there was disappointment again. But let me tell you something. Those disappointments, take those lemons and make you the best lemonade ever, okay? Those are what help you to push forward, to go even harder, to level up. And so, yes, last year was tough, but while all of these things were falling apart, purpose was resurrecting in me. And so, through all of that, I came back to Yafa. What exactly are you called to do? And I ended right back up at, you're called to be a healer. Yes, there's other entrepreneurial things inside of me that I'm going to be doing, but my number one purpose is to bring healing. To bring healing to humanity. So how do you know what your purpose is? What do you go to bed thinking about at night that you want to make a difference in, that you imagine yourself using your skill set in? What do you wake up thinking about? Which creativity? What's in your hands? Okay? What's in your hands? Is it the gift of the pen, writing? Is it creativity in terms of your artistry? Artistry. Okay, let me correct my pronunciation. Is it perhaps you're good at creating logos? you're great at renovating or building things. You can look at a fixer-upper home, and man, you have the vision to make this into an immaculate renewal place where one can come in and have a VIP atmosphere. Look at your gifts, your crafts, your skill set, and start from there. If you're always envisioning yourself building homes, remodeling, then chances are this is your purpose. This is what you were created to do. This is what was placed in your hands to bring in the generational wealth. Go ahead, step out there and make it happen. The first thing you need to do once you discover your purpose, write down the vision. The scripture says, write the vision and make it plain, that he that readeth it will run with it. When the Most High sees you're writing that vision, you have it on paper and pen, even in the worldly, secular aspect. Everyone knows, or everyone is becoming aware. Let's not assume everyone knows, because we're all learning something daily. That's a part of growing, right? Anything alive are to be growing daily. But the law of attraction is, even in scripture, when you write something down, when you envision it, hey, you're allowing the Most High to align you to be able to walk and fulfill, or to have manifestations, okay? Write it down and make it plain. Write your goal, this business idea. What is the purpose of the business? What is your mission? What are you hoping to accomplish through it? Don't just look for me, or me and my family. See how you can change the world or your community through this particular gift. How you're going to be generous. Because how the law of attraction work, or the law of sowing and reaping, when you give out, you're going to get back. But if you're stingy, you would always have a pocket with hole in it. All right? You'll give out more than you're receiving back, even if you're a multi-millionaire. You wouldn't, even if you're stacking up on money, you may not have peace. You may not have joy. You may be lacking in another area. So when you begin to write that purpose, put that purpose in mind of bringing aid to other people who are less fortunate than yourself, or helping individuals who are less fortunate and those who are fortunate enough, okay? So always make that a part of your vision in your purpose, to make sure it's not just about you. It's about making changes in the lives of those around you and wherever you travel or go, okay? So let's not be just self-focused. We want to, yes, focus on self in our self-love, but we don't want to become narcissistic in personality, where we feel all the entitlement belongs to us. We want to share, and that's how the law of attraction, that's how the law of sowing and reaping, it works. When you're giving out all of this generosity, they will come back to not just you, but your children, your family, your children's children, okay? So you write down, okay, if you want to open a coffee shop, what type of coffee do you want to serve? What type of tea? Where do you want to put your coffee shop and why? What demographic are you wanting to meet? What, where do you want to sow seeds of generosity with charity or to individuals? Who do you want to help as you're climbing that financial multimillionaire, billionaire status? Okay. Who do you want to give back into? So into. Remember when you didn't have it, right? And so, yeah, you write it down and then you start gathering your pictures. Start going on Google, Pinterest, any type of magazine or resources and start creating what type of furnitures you want to put in your coffee shop. Just for an example, do you want it on the beach side? Like we talked about the demographics. Do you want a contemporary? Do you want a Victorian style? Do you want a modern or casual setting? The type of ambience, the lightings. You write all of that down and you look for pictures and you find some type of designers. There's some free apps that allow you to design and, choose your colors, all of that fun stuff. You can start creating that way. Okay. And yeah, so you write it down, get your visuals to connect, to coincide with it. And you keep building on that thing. And then you start looking at how your marketing strategies, how you're going to get this stuff started. And then you say, oh, but I don't have the money. Honey, we're manifesting monies. You got to speak affirmation. And that money is going to appear. Opportunities are going to come for you to get that money to start. People will invest in you, or someone may come and ask you to help them based on the gift you're good at, and that can generate the monies to help you get started. Investors can come. So don't limit your mindset to how this is going to start. The most important thing is having your vision and understanding your purpose first, and having that vision and mission written down, that business goal or that plan. And then how you're going to utilize that money to give back, and your marketing, your strategies, start getting on social media platforms and, promote your business with a small fee. But you have to know your purpose and start building. Okay? Discouragement sitting there is not going to allow you to move forward. You have to work through your discouragement. You have to push through it. You have to understand many successful people, they had many failures before they became the great person you know them as. Okay, I heard the story about Walt Disney, the creator of Walt Disney. I was told he failed multiple times. He even had some mental breakdowns, allegedly. And then you have people like Bill Gates, building all of these softwares and different things and failing. But look at them now. They're billionaires. So you're going to fail more in the process, but it's okay because it strengthens you. You learn what you can do better next time, but don't you dare give up because of past failures. We have to get past that. Okay? So I want you to journal. I want you to get into a meditative position. If you can take some days off from work to just meditate and pray and ask the Creator, the Most High, to guide you on what your purpose is, do that. And then I want you to journal and write these things down. And once you discover it, what you're good at, I want you to start envisioning and writing down your business plan. Start looking at people who are established in the entities that you're wanting to create. Follow their stories, see how they do it, so you can gain education or emulate, mirror in some form. You don't have to copy because we have our own individuality, but there's nothing wrong from mirroring or even following those who have gone ahead of you, the pioneers or the trailblazers that can help you deeply discover more on how to be or how to get established in your creativity, okay? So let's level up on discovering our purpose. And thank you so much for tuning in today. And I'll see you in the next episode coming up soon. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, if no one told you today or before, I love you from the bottom of my heart. Take care of yourself, beloved. Bye-bye for now.